Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Zooming in, focusing in a little bit more of the narcissist manipulation tactic of guilt. I often hear from clients that they feel that the narcissist counterpoint in their life essentially is making them feel like if you love me, you just do it this way. If you love me, you do it that way. If you love me, you would, not make this and this change. So really there's a feeling of guilt or sort of a denial of change when the one person in the relationship has said, basically, this is not working. I'm speaking up here. This has been going on long enough. We've suffered enough. I've suffered enough. Things aren't moving along. Things aren't flowing in our relationship. I feel like something is missing. I just want things to change a little bit. So oftentimes it's just that emotional awareness that can help get that change, those gears going, and helping you to begin to make the change. The awareness that the narcissist seeks to control and overpower and dominate and overwhelm is extremely important understanding. The emotional overwhelm that comes with being around a narcissist can be very difficult to extract oneself from if you don't have the perspective, the awareness of these sort of traits and tactics that they use on a chronic and consistent basis. Once you're able to realize that the overwhelm is done purposefully, okay, sorry, there's a bee there, and realize that it's done in a very sort of disrespectful manner, though. Sorry. I shouldn't go try to kill that bee. There we go, back on track. Realizing that you don't need to suffer this disrespect. You need to be able to have the tools to extract yourself from this abuse. It is abuse because it's a constant degrading, it's a constant disrespect. And you really cannot be empowered mentally, emotionally, physically when you're constantly being berated, constantly being judged, constantly being criticized, constantly being controlled, constantly being powered over. I mean, just life is not meant to be lived like that, and you're going to have mental and physical ramifications and effects if someone tries to subjugate this to you. Now, of course, for example, a healthy situation where we'd see a hierarchy of treatment, for example, is in an adult and a child relationship, where the adult is there with knowledge, wisdom, guiding, and they're in essence there to help guide that child, but really with the end goal that they're able to be autonomous on their feet, self-esteem, being able to self-navigate, work in their world without being a victim themselves. Really, it's the greatest gift you can give to that child is that of trust and self-belief, believing in themselves that they can accomplish anything that they put their mind, heart, and spirit to. So the narcissist, though, does not come into relationships with that same approach, which is extremely destructive. So the narcissist would further have you not be in connection with that self-belief, that self-esteem, that self-empowerment, that voice of command that you have as a human being, knowing your truth, knowing your reality, being able to follow your gut instincts, being able to put two and two together. Even if it doesn't make sense logically, just based on your past history, your past experience, your knowledge that you've gained in your life, that this is right or this is wrong, or this is what I want to do, this is what I want to pursue. And instead of being held back and limited by such control and really sort of criticisms and power moves that the narcissist will try to deflate you with. So, it's the idea that if you have to bring about change, then you have to be the one to bring about change in your relationship. So the narcissist is always going to want to keep it the status quo. They're not going to really bring a lot of backbone, perhaps, into the relationship to change things up. You are the individual who's going to have to rise up out of that sort of really destructive and negative treatment, that toxic treatment, and make that change proactively. It has to come from within you. That locus of control, as we've been saying here, has to come from within you. So, and the tools are going to help you to stay on track and support that. The recovery journal, the recovery date, filling the well, taking time for yourself at least 2 hours every week to, stop the madness and essentially begin to do something for yourself that is strictly for you and healing that wounded part of you. So that's why we call it the recovery date. So you can take out that part of you that needs to heal, and with the intent that you're doing it to really sort of revalidate that healthy, strong, independent person that's within you that's been really kind of shut out by narcissistic abuse from one or more people. Using the tools like as the affirmations, writing your goals out, having that recovery journal, identifying what you've been putting off and saying, you know what, I've been putting this off for so long. I need to do this for myself. I need to do that. And really beginning to live in your new present. Because oftentimes the victim of the narcissist, they're so used to behaving in a habitual way of this person, they don't give them enough space. There's no back and forth. There's a certain lack of flow in the relationship. So in essence, then you have to create that flow first within yourself and create that dynamic, so then you can coexist and heal either in the presence of the narcissist, or if you go no contact, you can carry that healing with you into essentially a new identity and a new life. So if if you feel like you're kind of breaking the mold a little bit, that is a very positive thing. That is a great experience, and even though it might be scary, even though it might contradict your old habitual ways, it's a great sign, because it means that you're breaking out, you're breaking through, you're beginning to really step out and really see things in a new light, and really getting out of the role of the abused and out of the role of the victim into the role of the awareness and into the role of the victor. So peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please do change it up a bit, and don't always feel like your proving of love to the narcissist is doing it the same old way. That's not how you prove your love. Proving your love is coming from that locus of control within you and doing and creating what is right and good for you in your life and in your relationship. I hope these videos do help. Share and subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.